Welcome to the Global Gadabout, a frugal introvert's guide to exploring the world further, longer, and cheaper. Today's topic is 5 unique budget accommodations around the world. When it comes to accommodation during your travels, why stay in a standard hotel, hostel, or B&B when you can stay somewhere truly unique and magical? I've compiled a list of 5 kinds of unusual accommodations that won't completely blow your budget. Check out my blog post on this topic on theglobalgadabout.com for links to example accommodations in each of the categories I discuss. Number 1. Korean jjimjilbang bathhouses. Jjimjilbang are everywhere in South Korea. They are essentially bathhouses or spas, with many different rejuvenating baths and saunas. Some of them are open 24 hours and offer a night rate, so you can use it as a relaxing, cheap, and unique place to sleep. In most jjimjilbang, the sleeping area consists of mats or thin mattresses on the floor of a communal room, which is usually kept warm enough that you don't need any covers. Some jjimjilbang do offer more private bunks, or at least common rooms separated by gender or by snoring and non-snoring. One thing to be aware of at a jjimjilbang is that in the bath areas at least, everyone is naked. These areas are normally separated by gender, and it's all part of the experience, so go for it. Number 2. Japanese capsule hotels. You can now find capsule hotels all over the world, but they originated in Japan and are still most common there. In a capsule hotel, you basically get a space as long and wide as a single bed and tall enough to crawl into comfortably but not to stand up. For a night's rest, that's really all you need. Some of them are pretty bare bones, but others are actually quite luxurious with many high-tech features. Number 3. Natural accommodations. I love accommodations that embrace or try to blend in with the natural surroundings that make them unique. Tree houses are a fun way to relive part of your childhood with more adult furnishings, or get a bird's eye view of the forest at night. Or try something more earthbound like cave accommodations, a modernized version of the centuries-old cave dwellings, nice and cool in a hot region. Number 4. Conversion hostels. A common way to make a unique accommodation is to convert something old and or unusual into a hostel or budget rooms. There are lots of examples of this practice that make for very cool places to sleep. Why not consider spending the night in a converted airplane, caboose, or bus, or something a bit more unusual like an old prison, or even an enormous wine barrel? These are just a few examples of the many interesting and one-of-a-kind conversion hostels that exist all over the world. Number 5. Floating accommodations. There are a number of floating budget accommodations around the world, from converted ships to specifically designed houseboats. These are a great way to spend the night on the waves without going out into open water on a boat. Especially in locations where a body of water plays a big part in the commerce and culture of the place, sleeping in a floating accommodation can be a fantastic experience. So next time you're planning your travels and looking for a place to stay, consider looking for something a little more unique. I find staying somewhere unusual can really add to your experience of a place and make your stay more memorable. Thanks for listening. Check out my blog, theglobalgadabout.com, for that more in-depth post with accommodation links, as well as more great travel tips and tales. The Global Gadabout has a podcast, YouTube channel, and Pinterest boards. Links are in the description. Don't forget to subscribe to be sure you don't miss any new content. Join me again next time for more fabulous solo budget travel tips from the Global Gadabout.